Welcome to BS with Tommy and Wes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of BS with Tommy and fuck.
There you go.
Run it back. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of BS with Tommy and Wes. I'm Tommy. He's Wes, and together we make a whole brain cell. One whole brain cell.
Yep.
Wesley Crane, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm crushing goals and
You're crushing goals.
and doing it without much thought.
Man, the only thing I've been crushing is my penis. Religiously. Very bored at home sometimes. Oh, well, Wesley Crane, here we are. We are back on a Monday.
Yep.
On a Monday again for the second week in a row. How do you feel about these Mondays so far?
So far, I don't hate it. It's a good way to start the week.
It is a good way.
Fresh and bullshittery.
Best bullshit. Mondays are such bullshit, so why not have our bullshit?
Exactly.
But here we are. We are currently at the TPWA Training Center.
Yep. That's
What? The TPWA. Okay, I was like, so what the fuck are you saying? We're at the TPWA. It's just Choctaw, you know. Yeah. We're getting ready to do some training. It is currently Tuesday for us, so we're recording this. We just recorded 2 days ago for us, but for you guys, it's been a week. It's been a whole week. So I apologize. This might be a little bit of a shorter episode today. I'm saying that in advance, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Our first 15 episodes, 13 out of those 15 were 25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're giving you a classic here today. That's how I say it. Yeah. What's the cream? What's drinking?
I am drinking the Rise Fuel Energy Cherry Limeade.
Dude, no way. Yeah. I'm drinking the Sour Punch Green Apple Rise.
You know what?
Energy drink.
I've got to say this. Rise doesn't really miss with the flavors. There's a couple. When I say there's a couple, I can only think of two off rip that I think that they nailed the Kool-Aid flavor. I'm just not a big fan of it.
Okay.
I can't tell you the last time I had a ring pop, so I can't accurately detail whether or not that's accurate or not. However, their Sunny D flavor, spot fucking honest, it tastes like Sunny D. This cherry limeade, it's one of the only things that I can individually pick out the lime.
Okay.
They're doing really well with the flavors. And as far as their protein goes, I've had their Cinnamon Toast Crunch one, fantastic. And I've had their Cosmic Brownie. I currently have their Cosmic Brownie, and it has the little Cosmic Brownie candies in it. It's fucking delicious.
I also have some Rise protein powder as well. I've got the Little Debbie Strawberry Shortcake flavor.
Is it good?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I love it so much. I'm a little bit of a disagreement with you, though, when it comes to the energy drinks. I think recently they've been really good. But I remember when I first started seeing Rise energy drinks, and I saw 6 different flavors. I bought all of them because I wanted to try them.
I just remembered one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember liking the Kool-Aid one.
Yep.
The Ring Pop and the Sunny D, I could not find a difference between them. They just tasted like basic energy drinks to me. And then there was the Baja one.
That's the one
I was like, oh, this one's a little rough.
Yeah.
It's a little rough. It was a little rough. But when this one dropped, the Sour Punch, I was like, that was really good. Actually, that's the first really good one. Because though I like the Kool-Aid one, it didn't stand out.
Well, I also feel like we should clarify when we're talking about the Kool-Aid one, we right now are talking about the standard fruit punch Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they now have a grape Kool-Aid flavor.
They do. I forgot about that one.
And it is really good. It does taste like grape Kool-Aid.
I will still say the only grape thing that so we talked about this was I think in one of the last 2 episodes. I had I was drinking a Welch's Grape Ghost.
Yeah.
And you had brought up that it's kind of turned you on to other grape flavor energy drinks.
It has. Yep.
See, I gave some a shot afterwards. I went and got a grape flavored C4. I went and got the ultimate one, and I went and got the popsicle one as well. I did not like either one of them. So it's still just Welch's Grape for me on the go side of things. But that's what we're drinking today.
Yee.
Put it in the comments right now on this podcast. What are you drinking while you listen to us?
Do you have any recommendations?
Yes.
I'll happily try new things.
I'm going to ignore them. But Wesley would try them.
I will happily try new things.
But Wesley will try them.
And if there's 0 sugar, you get brownie points.
If they're not zero sugar,
I don't know what kind of brownie. Maybe you get fries.
you get clean points. They're not brown.
You get dick. You get absolute dick.
Okay. What are you doing right now?
I am rolling.
We keep
Rolling around.
cue the limp. Let's get
Rolling.
rolling. All right. What's been going on with you? We got things going on right now? At home, work, life,
I'll be honest with you.
private time?
I have no private time.
Okay.
I have zero private time.
I'll ask you a serious question here. I need a serious answer.
Okay.
When was the last time you did some smashing?
We talking like in actuality, or are we talking self smash?
Some self smash. When was the last time you cranked your love crown?
What are we? We're going into May right now.
Yeah. Oh God.
I don't know. Probably into February. Yeah, man. I haven't really. One, I haven't had a whole lot of time. And like when I jump in a shower, it's literally like jump in, get wet, throw the same soap on my hair, beard, and body. Oh, good. Rinse it all off. My shower's done in like 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh, dude, I'm in there for so long. I am full on, like when I shower, I am full on, like leaned against the wall, head on my arm, just letting the water hit me. I am relaxed and I am chilling in there. I take a super long shower.
I can't tell you the last time I relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a problem actually. Friday I got off of work and went home to work some more, and then I worked through Saturday and then through Sunday, and I slept for 4 hours before I was at work again on Monday. It's been a real problem.
So, do you prefer showers at home, or do you like? Because we're fitness people, so if we like working out, do you shower at the gym a lot, or do you just wait till you get home?
I'll wait till I get home.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So at my job, I get an hour and a half break every day where I get to work out.
Mm-hmm.
In that hour and a half, I have to change, I have to work out, and I have to shower and be back within that 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I typically don't take super long showers at work. I will say though, right now it's getting hot. The AC is messed up at my job right now, so I hate showering at my gym right now. But it is where I take the majority of my showers. I shower at home maybe once or twice a week. It sucks, man. I love showering at home so much more than I do at the gym. But like all my showers are being taken. We are scraping the bottom of the barrel for content right now.
You really are. We're sitting here talking about showering.
All right. Well, let's kind of get some more important stuff here.
Yeah, like I have questions for you.
You have questions for me?
Yeah, I do.
Fucking ask away then.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start fairly tame.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather fight a chimpanzee armed with a switchblade once a year, knowing that it could show up anywhere at any time, or have your inner monologue be narrated by Gilbert Gottfried forever?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, the parrot from Aladdin.
I'll fight the chimpanzee with a switchblade.
Yeah? You don't get a switchblade. He gets the switchblade.
Oh, that's fine. And that's completely fine.
You realize chimpanzees can like rip your face off without a switchblade,
I've
right?
got beef with all monkeys ever since that orangutan dude showed up in our dodgeball game. I've got beef with all monkeys.
Ripped your ass out in that dodgeball. Would you rather have to dirty talk using only lines from Blade Trinity, or sound like Squidward every time you climax?
That's why you asked that question earlier. That's why off screen, off recording, you asked me, what's your favorite Marvel movie?
Yep.
For the record, Blade Trinity is not my favorite Marvel movie. I just really, really like it.
It's just one of.
It's one of my favorites. I know a lot of people hate that movie, but I love it specifically for the one-liners. So we're gonna go with the one-liners.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the Blade Trinity dirty talk. You like that, you or something, bitch? Say my name, you cock juggling thunder cunt.
All right, ready for the final question?
Oh, hit me.
This is by far the most brutal.
Okay.
Would you rather get rolled in by your dad while mid-thrust, or walk in on your dad being pegged and have him wink at you and say, like riding a bike?
Okay, hold on. You painted a picture on that second one. What was getting rolled by my... Rewind.
Yeah.
Explain the first one to me again.
Yeah, would you rather get rolled in by your dad, or rolled in on by your dad while mid-thrust, or would you rather walk in on your dad while he's getting pegged.
Oh, so my dad like basically walks in on me having sex?
Yeah, because he can't walk, so he'd have to roll.
Oh, yeah. He said rolled. My dad's walking. He's walking on his prosthetic now, actually.
Oh, is he? He's driving and everything too. Oh, okay. So maybe he could walk in on you.
He's hopping it at the very least. I don't mind that. You can walk. I don't want to see my dad. I've walked in on my parents enough as a child. I don't want to see that as a grown man. As a 30-year-old man, I do not want to walk in on my 52, 51-year-old father getting pegged. I did the wink in this. Good for you, Dad, I guess. I don't want to say it, though. I'll have him walking on me.
I made sure to bring some heat with that last one.
Okay. Jesus.
Not the kind of heat we want.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wesley, fuck. Do we have an update currently on the voting of Franken Wrestler?
I don't.
We don't have any updates?
I haven't looked.
Oh, that's fine. If you're listening to this right now, go to the BS Brigade and vote on who wins our Franken Wrestler match. And if you're not a part of the BS Brigade, well, first of all, fuck you. But second of all, just put it in the comments. Let's recap it real quick. Do you have the notes for it?
I do.
You do?
I do.
You do have the notes.
Yes.
All right. You want to recap your Franken? No, I want to recap mine because I like revealing who has one of my legs.
Okay.
Because you stole in my hands.
I stole one of your hands.
You stole some heat from me.
Yeah. While you're recapping that, I'm gonna run and grab something.
Okay. So, the point basically, for those who don't know, the point of Franken Wrestlers, we constructed Frankenstein wrestlers using different body parts from other wrestlers throughout the years. And the idea is these two wrestlers are gonna wrestle. And we need you guys to decide who wins this wrestling match. So, my Franken Wrestler starts with the torso of Jericho. You could put that on a t-shirt somewhere. I'm not going to tell you which version of Chris Jericho, though. We're going to leave it a mystery because there's so many. Well, I have the right arm of Scott Steiner and the left arm of Alexa Bliss. I have the right leg of Zach Gowen, the one that remained. The one he still has because it's been putting in work.
Leg.
And I have, it's the really strong, and then I have the left leg of James Ellsworth because he throws a mean super kick, but with the other one. I have the hands of Brad Maddox for no reason at all.
None
at all. I have the feet of Hornswoggle. I have the pee-pee of the Godfather, and then I have the head of specifically 2006, 2007, Chris Benoit. It's just very durable. Nothing's ever gone wrong up there.
Very durable. And I've got the head of Triple H, specifically from 2001 to 2002. I have the torso of Kamala. I have the right arm of Gilberg, the left arm of Brock Lesnar, the right leg of Kevin Nash, the left leg of Zach Gowen, the one that did not remain.
He's just got he uses it as a cane.
Yep. I have the hands of Mark Henry, the feet of Big Show, and the PP of Hornswoggle, which I've heard is actually of legendary size.
Is it?
I've heard.
Oh my goodness. Is it bigger than the Godfather's?
I
feel like Godfather's PP is the size of Hornswoggle.
Listen, they say evolution is a mystery, but that thing's a mystery.
All right. Well, make sure you guys go to the BS Brigade and let us know. We have a poll-up vote on that poll. But if you can't do that, put in the comments section right now of who wins this Franken Wrestler match.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. Because let you do your thing. Because you look a little busy. So I have been on a kick recently. A new kick. There's no... this isn't something that I've newly been into. But I have been on a Hunger Games kick for a couple weeks now. So about a month or so ago, I came on here and said I got a new book. I got the new Hunger Games book, The Sunrise on the Reaping. It's the story of the Haymitch Hunger Games. I have since now finished the book since the last time we recorded. Not only have I finished the book, I have started rereading the first Hunger Games book because it is the book that made me fall in love with reading. I hated reading time in school until I read The Hunger Games. It was the first book I read from start to finish on my own without having to be told to read. I love those books so much. It's been 13 years since I read it, so I'm rereading that first one now after I just finished Sunrise on the Reaping. I have also gone back and rewatched the first two Hunger Games movies. I will rewatch Wesley's Naked for those listening right now, Wesley Crane has his ass out right now. It's very hairy. I didn't know what he was doing as I was talking, and I turned around, and there was the crane hole, just right there. Jesus. Where are your underwear? Why are you? Whoa. Why are you freeballing right now? You know, it's good you did that, because I know people are fucking bored listening to you talk. The two things that people don't want to listen to me talk to are about movies and books, and that's why I do it.
And now they get to hear you talk about the crane hole.
Oh, I don't even want to finish talking about Hunger Games anymore.
I genuinely don't know which of your questions to answer first. Why I was naked? Why I'm not wearing underwear?
Well, if you answer why you weren't wearing underwear, I think that'll explain why you were naked. I know why you were naked, because you're changing. But why are you naked? Where's your drawers?
So, you ever wore socks too long and like your toe rubs a hole in it? And yeah, like, you don't like having a hole in your sock. Well, yeah, I had one pair of underwear and sometimes it'll just rub a hole right through it. And then
So it's just Air Jordan today.
Air Jordan it today. Wherever the wind might take it.
Fucking, I did not expect to turn around just to see ass cheeks out. I've seen you naked before, no diddy. It's not the first time I've seen the crane. The crane. Well, I did not expect to be like, oh yeah, I've been rewatching Hunger Games recently. It's been a great. Ah! So much hairs.
Much hair.
Oh god, I'm trying to get back to Hunger Games. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. You've seen the first couple Hunger Games movies, right? You've seen all of them?
I haven't seen all of them.
You haven't seen all of them? Have you seen the first two?
Yes.
What do you think of those movies?
They were fine films.
They were fine films. So I went back recently and I rewatched the first two movies last night. And like I said, I've read the books. And I think the first Hunger Games movie is the best book to film adaptation. Not because it has everything included. That's not the case. Okay. It takes the best parts of the book and it condenses it into this amazing movie. And the thing that the first movie does so perfect is like, so we're all there to see the Hunger Games, okay? Like when you watch the Hunger Games movie, you're watching it to see the fucking games. And the one downside about the books is that they are first person's perspective. So you don't get to see everything that's happening in the Hunger Games, specifically the bloodbaths.
Right.
You hear about the aftermath. This first movie does everything so well because the idea about the Hunger Games is that like they're not supposed to be glorified. They're a terrible thing that's happening. And that first movie, it does a really good job of showing you everything that you're there to see, keep you excited to see the games without glorifying them. And then I watched the second movie and everything, and that second movie is so much better than I remember. I've always remembered the second movie being good, but it's so much better than I remember. That's my take on the Hunger Games. I won't talk to you about it too much.
But why is that second one like the one?
It's everything's bigger. So the first movie feels borderline claustrophobic because you're stuck with Katniss the whole time, and you're stuck with Katniss in the second movie as well. But like, it's like you're taking someone who out of their comfort zone, who's lived in one area their entire life, they've never left anywhere, and they get to she gets. The whole thing happens about her going to the Hunger Games. She gets taken to the Capitol, and it feels like everything is so overwhelming because everything's happening super fast.
Okay.
There's all of a sudden there's cameras in her face. There's this different kind of food that she's never even heard of before. She's being put in these outfits, and she's being sized up by other people her size. Like these other kids, and they're all there to just kill each other. And when you get put into the Hunger Games, it's like when you watch that movie, it's very shaky.
Yes.
And it's to put you into the same feel that Katniss is kind of in.
Very shaken up.
Yeah. So nothing's very clear, whatever. When you get to the second one, it's different now, especially because it's all victors. The Hunger Games in the second movie is all previous Hunger Game winners. So it's more polished, it's bigger. Everything about this movie is bigger, and you get less shaky cam too, because we've been here before. We're not as shaken. And at this point, Katniss is a different type of beast now. Like she's a real fighter in this movie now. So you get to see more of the action and the bloodbath, and just seeing all these more interesting characters. Because all these characters have won, they instantly have more depth now than all the original side characters in the first movie. So everything's just bigger. Everything's bigger. Yeah. And that's my Hunger Games ramble. Previously on Wrestling Survivor. Friendships and allianceships don't survive the apocalypse.
The what?
The apocalypse.
The apocalypse.
It's the apocalypse, but with apples. Apples ruined everything in the last episode. Red Chambers found almost a dozen apple cores into the personal belongings of Tatum Manning. Turns out, Tatum did not eat these apples. Turns out, they were eaten and planted by Jacob Lindsay. And it created a big deal, all right? But it didn't blow up right away. We got to a reward challenge. Stormy Renee won reward, covered herself in mud, filled her buckets up, took her two allies, Eddie LeBon and Derek James, with her, but she got to take one more. And who did she take?
She took Red.
She took Red Chambers. And while they were on this yacht, eating good, getting massages, having a good time, open bar, they were able to flip Red, convince him. Justin Lee's the target here. We need to get him out. He's running the show. He's picking everybody apart. He's got to go. And it was all in agreement. And then when Red Chambers came back to the island, shit hit the fan. Yeah, it did. Turns out Jacob Lindsay spilled the beans to everybody, because he's been beefing with Tatum this whole time. Yep. He doesn't like Tatum Manning, but he tried to bond over some ham sandwiches. Didn't work out. And shit hit the fan. Shit got crazy. And Justin Lee came up with the bright idea, well, we got to vote out Red Chambers.
Yep. He was like, fuck that guy.
He's switching. He's switching. See him. Fuck that guy, Red Chambers.
Yeah.
So he's switching on us. We got to get him out of here. Jacob Lindsay, although was a very good, in a good alliance with Justin Lee, didn't like that. Because the whole reason for this is he wants Red Chambers' love.
Yes.
He wants the love of Red Chambers, and he's fighting for it. So getting him out of here doesn't do that. No. So it ended up being a swerve. It ended up being a swerve at Tribal Council, and Justin Lee was voted out.
Goodbye, Justin Lee.
Yep. It was crazy. You know, Justin Lee was expecting 4 on him, 5 on Tatum.
Yep.
Or Red, and then it just went crazy after who won immunity. I forget who won it. Tatum Manning won immunity, because that was the idea, right?
Yeah.
So the idea was they wanted to get Tatum out, but then Tatum won immunity, so they couldn't get Tatum out. So, and the reason why Tatum won immunity is because Justin thought Red was on his side the whole time. Yep. But when it came down to Red and Tatum, Red just let Tatum win.
Yep.
So that's when Justin Lee came up with the bright idea to get out Red Chambers. So he thought it was going to be 4 on him, 5 on Red, and ended up being 6 on Justin. And he was like, what the fuck, guys? What? He's like, I didn't pack my body oil. I was so confident today I wasn't going home.
Broken Arrow be gone.
Broken Arrow be damned, and gone, and bent, and broken.
But he's not off the island.
He's not off the island. He's the first official member of the jury.
Yeah.
We said this last time. This is where the game switches, because you're now going to be voting out people that you're in turn going to be asking to vote for you to win this game.
Yep.
The $1 million bullshit basket is at stake. It's the number one. It's the best prize in the world that you could ever ask for. Everybody's fighting for this. So we have 8 people left. I'm going to quickly recap the 8 survivors that we currently have left. One of these people in real life will get a bullshit basket.
Yep.
We have Dalton Gray, Stormy Renee, Alex Royal, Eddie Levon, Red Chambers, Tatum Manning, Derek James, and Jacob Lindsay, who had the nerve to call me after the episode premiered last Monday. At about 6 or 7 o'clock at night, I get a phone call from Jacob Lindsay. Jacob Lindsay's never called me in his life. He calls me on the phone and he says, I need the fucking apples. I was like,
I don't believe it.
I don't believe him either. We determined that he ate the apples. So we said it, and 4A was done.
Yes.
Crisscross.
Applesauce.
And it was done. Yeah. Praise the mother. I don't know. Whatever the cult people say. We said it, and so it was written.
Yes.
Jacob Lindsay ate the apples.
In stone.
And I was like, you ate the apples, bro. Sorry. It was all you. You did it. And he wasn't happy about it.
Not one bit.
I tried to tell him, I was like, man, you shouldn't have been fighting so hard for Red Chamber's love. And he's like, I'm going to win his love. And I was like, so you admit it. You ate the apples. So, but here we are. How are things like at camp right now? How are things back at camp life? How do you feel?
I think Alex is probably a little worried.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to be trying to form alliances with anybody else right now? Or do you think he's just trying to keep quiet, hide in the background? Because originally it was looking pretty bleak. It was looking like it was going to be 6v3. But then Red Chambers flipped this game on its head.
Yeah.
So now we have in an alliance, Stormy Renee, Eddie Levon. Eddie Levon, Tatum Manning, Red Chambers, and Derek James. So it's looking like a 5v3 right now. With Dalton Gray, Alex Royal, and Jacob Lindsay kind of on the outs. But Jacob's kind of a part of that alliance too.
A little bit, yeah.
He's kind of he's on Team Red.
Yeah, he's on Team Red.
Now, but here's the thing, right? At some point, Jacob's got to start thinking about himself. He's got to stop fighting for Red Chambers' love, because only one person's going to win this game.
Yeah.
So, how are things like right now? Are things being patched over? With Tatum and Jacob? Since they kind of came together for one vote?
I don't think so.
But you think they're gunning for each other now?
I think that Jacob is still gunning for Tatum.
Jakey's still gunning for Tatum?
Still, yeah. I don't necessarily think that Tatum's on to Jacob yet, as far as like Jacob eating the apples.
But Jacob didn't call him out.
But he's pretty irritated at the call out.
They got into that fight, that argument at the tribal back at home, while Red and everybody else is on the yacht. You know, Jacob put all that out there, tried to embarrass Red.
So he's pretty hot about that, but he doesn't suspect Jacob coming for him.
Okay, it's gonna be very interesting because at the end of the day, they ended up still voting together.
Yes.
To get out Justin Lee. So let's just get right into it. We're going straight into immunity. This immunities challenge, it's a very simple one. It's kind of endurance-based a little bit. Basically, all 8 tribe members will be in the ocean. And out in the ocean, in front of this platform that they will initially stand on before the challenge starts, there's this kind of monkey bar-like set of rungs above the ocean, about 2 feet above the ocean, to the point where they can reach up and grab it.
Okay.
So once their hands grab on to any rungs, they cannot let go with both hands. They cannot let go at all. They cannot take their head and take it out from underneath these rungs. The only thing they can try to do is try to fit their face in between them. Because here's the thing. As the day goes on, the tide will rise. And after a few hours, the tide will eventually rise above these monkey bar-like grips.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just last man standing. Or last man floating, if you would say. So, it is going to get a little tiring, holding on the whole time. Kicking your legs at a certain point is just going to be not an option. So how do you think this goes? Who do you think's doing well? Who do you think's struggling? Eddie LeBron's a big man, but he probably floats very well.
He's probably very buoyant.
Probably floats very well.
I think Derek might struggle a little bit. Just for lung capacity.
Lung capacity?
Yeah. I think Jacob will probably struggle a little bit.
Okay. I could see Jacob kind of giving up before the tide rises too hard, too far high enough, and he's like, "I'm just not going to deal with this today."
Yeah.
I have a couple things here. So when I'm looking at guys like Dalton, like Stormy, and like Derek James, who have a thin face.
Yeah.
So when the tide rises eventually, it gets to the point where water's kind of slopping above their face, but then it's lowering again, then higher, then lower. They're kind of like trying to manage their breaths. They can fit their face probably more in between these bars.
Probably.
So that's kind of who I'm looking at. I don't see Alex doing well.
No.
I do see Eddie Levon kind of bowing out as soon as the tide kind of gets a little too high for him.
Well, and he's got facial hair too, because that one hand was sticking to his facial hair.
I have who I think wins this challenge, but I want to hear who you think first.
I was thinking almost think it's Stormy.
Okay. Why do you think Stormy?
Derek, with his lung capacity, I don't think is probably...
The splashing probably gets too much for him.
Yeah. Dalton probably does fairly well. But again, with the mustache, that water's getting that mustache, and it's basically, it's waterboarding him, essentially.
It's true. I think Dalton's just got such a small body because he's still underdeveloped that he could probably fit his face higher above the tide than anybody else through the bars.
You know what? You might be right. You might be right. But do you think that he can keep calm under that kind of pressure?
I think him and Stormy are probably equally calm, neck and neck with that. I think because he's kind of on the younger side. He's like, what, 18 now? Yeah. I don't know. I haven't hung around Stormy long enough to know how she does under pressure.
Damn. So we're saying it's coming down to Dalton and Stormy.
I think it comes down to Dalton and Stormy.
Dalton might take this.
I think that's where I'm at, man. I think Dalton takes this win.
He might take this one, yeah.
I think Dalton Gray wins this one.
So Dalton Gray.
Are we in agreement now? Dalton Gray wins this one?
Yep.
Wow. He's come a long way. 30 days ago, he was being pimped out by Mr. Nasty, and now he wins immunity.
Yes.
All right, so off we go to Tribal Council, man. Who do we... Before we move on, a lot of people are showing up right now. So if you're hearing background noises, that's what's going on right now. We got Titan. Well, Titan's gone now, but we got Cake fucking Fight Cappuccino Jones over here as well, listening in to Wrestling Survivor. So Dalton Gray's immune.
Yep.
He's immune from the vote. So we got Alex Royal, Stormy Renee, Red Chambers, Tatum Manning, Jacob Lindsay, Derek James, and Eddie Levon. Who do you think is going home? I don't think there's been too much tribe talk. No. Everybody's kind of... No one trusts anyone right now.
I think Derek's probably hiding in the background.
Yeah.
Not doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
I think right now, with Royal being in direct link with...
He's the easiest target, probably.
Easiest target.
Is he a threat, though? Because he hasn't...
He's not necessarily a threat.
He hasn't won anything. He hasn't led any charges. He's kind of just been a vote to go along with whoever.
Right. And that's really like, it's not that he's a threat of any kind. It's just that he's an easy out.
Right.
Like at this point, it's just like, let's start getting numbers out.
Yeah.
And dwindling it down.
You know what? I think that's kind of just where the vote goes.
Yeah.
I think maybe Alex Royal tries to go to Red and Tatum and Jacob.
Yeah.
And try to be like, hey guys, come on, old times, right? And they've got their own issues to deal with right now.
Right.
So, but there is a crack in that thing. Can Alex exploit that crack with Jacob and Tatum?
You know, Alex is a good talker.
Yes.
So it's very possible that he could.
I don't think it would take him too much to get Jacob.
No.
Because Alex doesn't like Tatum either.
Right.
So I think we can get those two on Tatum. Who else can he go to, though? Is he able to pull in the numbers to save his own ass? Or do you think it's just not going to work?
I don't know that it's going to work.
I agree with you. I think Alex Royal kind of just bites the dust on this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Goodbye, Alex Royal.
Alex Royal is no longer
No.
on in Wrestling Survivor. Alex, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
But now he and Justin can be on jury together.
Him and Justin are in jury together. They're at Ponderosa having a great time. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Eddie LeBon's house.
Eddie Levin's house, yeah.
They're at Eddie LeBon's house eating unlimited mac and cheese right now. It's a great time for them over there.
It is. You ready to wrap this up?
I am ready to wrap this
right.
right now. I think everybody else is ready for us to wrap this
Where
up.
can they find you?
This will be the only time you'll ever hear me wrap it up. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's where you can find me, at your mom's house, wrapping it up. You can find me on all social medias at the Tommy Dean Pro or Tommy Dean 32. One mixture of those words. You can find me on YouTube at the Tommy Dean, but don't follow me. You can get merch at the Tommy Dean shop.bigcartel.com. You could get other merch at other websites as well. And
yeah.
that's it.
On May 18th, I'll be in Springdale, Arkansas for Diamond Stage Wrestling's Clash at Diamonds event. As always, subscribe and follow me on all social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at I am Wesley Crane. Grab yourself some super sick merch, shirts, hoodies, hats, digital downloads. It's all available at www.iamwesleycrane.com. If you want to support the team of Tommy, Dean, and I, then check out Parabellum merch, including the Glazed Meat collection, as well as the Heterosexual Life Made collection. And of course, don't forget to follow BS with Tommy and Wes on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasting fix. Links for everything I just mentioned are in the description for this episode. And with all of that being said, we will see you all in the next one.
Did you know Seth the pimp goes around the locker room smelling other people's farts?
That's bullshit.
That's some it's human shit.
It's human shit.